Do you think any of your chat would judge you if they saw you IRL? The ones that come every day.
Sincerely, no. As a joke, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, but like sincerely, no. Right? So
Yeah,
those are the
sincerely,
people
no.
that you actually care about. The ones that support you and are there every single day. Those are the ones you actually care about. And those are the ones that you would be performing for, right?
Yeah.
With the
Do you give a shit about all the people that fucking hate you in the world?
No.
Then why would you give them the satisfaction of being afraid of showing your face? But you know what? Okay. I think I know how we're going to end this off. Jane, for the next 3 months,
Okay.
what is your plan to elevate your content to the next level?
Well, okay. So within the next 3 months, that gives it till about...
That's Christmas time.
Around Christmas time. My goal is to
New Year's,
get everything around set up to start working towards music.
What do you mean set up to work towards music? Are you a musician?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I want you to I want you to start doing music-based content on Twitch or whatever your platform is by the end of the week.
If I could. I don't have any programs on my computer to do so.
What do you mean
That's
programs?
I play everything basically live.
Yes.
So like if you ever come in like one of like the Valorant streams or Dead by Daylight streams and there's like idle time and stuff like that,
yeah,
I don't put background music on. I will literally pull my guitar. As long as it's less than midnight, I will turn on the amp and I will play whatever amp or riffs go through my head. Yeah,
but why don't you just do that as a stream? Rocking with me, music request me a song and I'll try to play it for you.
I have actually considered that. It's just my
stop considering it. Fucking do it. That's unique. That makes you an outlier. That makes you something cool.
Yeah. That's kind of like the same ideal 8-bit drummer's been coasting off of for like.
What's held me back is I know you show your face.
Huh?
I don't. I refuse to. I hate.
Interesting. May I ask why? Why'd you refuse to show your face?
I just do not want my face out there.
Okay. Then I have a question for you. When you become 100 average streamer and everybody is taking pictures of you at cons, they know who you are and all this kind of stuff, what does that matter then?
I'd be in suit, so it doesn't matter at all.
People will know who you look like. If you want to, if you want to be a public figure, you have to be a public figure. It's kind of like saying, hey, can I have a steak, but make sure there's no cow in it?
Basically a vegan steak.
Yeah, well, here's a question. What about you makes you afraid that other people will know who you are? Because from what I know, you're an awesome person.
Yes, it's more geared towards the negativity I have within myself.
Okay.
I never really liked who I looked like.
Okay.
Because one, I haven't started HRT yet.
Okay.
So I still look physically off. And it's just,
Jane? Now, you're going to bat this down immediately. But do you think you are... I'm not going to say perfect. You know what? Yeah, I will say it. Do you think you are perfect right now?
No.
Do you think you are the best that you could be right now?
No.
Jane, I want you to think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. Are you the best you could possibly be right now?
I'm going to answer it like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, but I will always give it my best effort.
So, is there any way you could be better right this millisecond than you are in this millisecond?
There's really nothing I could do at this point in time.
Because you are the best possible version of yourself right now as you are. And you might be a better or a different version of yourself in the future. But right now, as you are essentially the best version that you could ever be. And your chat They love you not for what you look like or anything like that. They love you for you. And sure, there's going to be a billion assholes in the world, but there's a billion other people that are going to love everything you do. And saying this is easy, but living this is a lot harder. But do you think I would judge you if I saw you IRL?
Well, since I've gotten to know you, definitely not.
Do you think any of your chat would judge you if they saw you IRL? The ones that come every day.
Sincerely, no. As a joke, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, but like sincerely, no. Right? So those are the people that you actually care about. The ones that support you and are there every single day. Those are the ones you actually care about. And those are the ones that you would be performing for, right?
Yeah.
With the
do you give a shit about all the people that fucking hate you in the world?
No.
Then why would you give them the satisfaction of being afraid of showing your face? Because I don't care. The people who love you don't care. It's only the people that are assholes that would give a shit. My chat's loose saying, yeah, we'd love to hear Jane. They're just straight up saying we'd love to hear Jane. Like, from my perspective, Jane, I was actually in a relationship for 5 years with somebody that was transitioning from being female to male. And I got to see them go from they couldn't tell their parents' stage to getting the courage to like start to like applying for like the hormones things and cutting their hair. I was actually the one who took them there to their first place to get their hair cut and all this kind of stuff. I get that there's like a strong feeling of dysphoria that like the body that you're in right now is not something that you are like 100% secure with of that, and you'd want to make these changes. But every streamer and every content creator, when they start, they're not confident in them. They're not confident in stuff. And they look back on their content and they're like, it's absolute shit. But the ones that succeed are the ones that started well their shit. And they got better as time goes on. And things will always get better as time goes on. But we all start as these like insecure little babies that unless we take a little like jump and start flying, we'll never actually grow our wings.
I didn't expect to come in here.
Yeah, it's okay. Jane, we all respect you, straight up. And right now, like I said at the start, you're the best version of you that exists. And we want to see it.
Everything that I've done towards my own channel was trying to work on making it better, to put a better foot forward than what I'm able to do now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've always kind of treated it. That's how I will continue to treat it.
Fuck yeah.
Like, even though I do now have to take this more as a business approach, and I'm going to be working on providing more content for stuff like that as soon as I can plant my foot down and just go.
Jane, you have all the tools and all the skills to put your foot down like today and just go. But it's this thought that people are going to judge you that's holding you back. And I'm just telling you that nobody here, like, is judging you at all. In fact, we're all looking forward to seeing you just like burst out of that shell and just fight with your hearts again and like do your songs and like just do it. Like, everybody here just wants you to like bust out that little shell and be you and be the best you in that moment, straight up. Pixie says, as a FTM, as an FTM, I would say take your first step now. You will not regret it later. That's what Pixie says.
Even though I don't really have the the means to acquire HRT. I am working on it through other means. So I am working on everything that I can without the financial stuff.
And we all completely accept that. What we're saying is that we feel like this HRT or this software, stuff like that, is all just reasons and excuses and barriers you put in front of yourself because you feel insecure about showing yourself to us as you are. And what we're saying is that we love you for who you are, and we'd love to see your show. Even if you feel in the start that you're not good enough yet, we know you're good enough. Jane, I'm going to let you off at the hook. You can internalize that and think about that as much as you like. But if you need some time, I'll let you off the hook.
Yeah,
good?
no, I'm just trying to regather myself at the moment, because that you literally threw me so.
Well, like I know you, Jane, stuff like that, and like I lived through like 5 years of being in a relationship with somebody that has gone through like what he's gone through. I understand. And that's why I'm saying with confidence that like from that experience, one of the things that was the greatest barrier to my old fiance was that just getting the confidence to take that jump to do something. The whole event was like the entire barrier that they put up in front of them was a mountain when the action was a molehill, but it just built up more anxiety and more anxiety and more anxiety, and it was overwhelming for them sometimes. And then I would just come on over, give them a hug, and I would walk through that like barrier, walk through that mountain with them in like a moment, and it shattered, and they're just like, oh, I'm getting my hair cut like right now. It wasn't such a big deal, and they'd be beautiful afterwards, and they were beautiful before, but it was just that anxiety that would build up with them, that they kept putting stuff in front, like, oh, I'll do this when this happens, I'll do this when this happens. And I'm seeing that you're doing the same thing where you're putting barriers in front of you instead of just walking through that illusion and getting to where you want to be.
Yeah, and I guess in some ways that you do have very, very valid points, and I guess you can say I'm always fearful in what I can't control.
You know what? There's a lot of people in this world that they only feel secure when they're controlling everything. But in reality, they don't want to control everything. It's that they feel so insecure inside that if they don't control everything, then they just don't know how to deal with it. And those people just feel those anxieties like crunch their chest and like suffocate them over and over again until one day they just let go. And you'll see this in like executive stuff all the time where they'll just all of a sudden they'll just disconnect from the world, and they get so much happier after the fact as soon as they let it all go.
Which is something I am trying to work on.
It's hard, eh?
Like, it is insanely difficult. Like, the progress that I've already made now versus how I was years ago is already a massive change, and I'm not the same person now as I was then, nor do I want to be that person I was then. Because I can look back at some of the things that I've done in my past and go, oh my god, how was I not killed?
Yeah. I think we've all had those stuff kind of things.
But it's... If I may speak honestly...
Yeah.
And it's something that I do notice about myself is... I like to put up a much stronger front than I actually am.
Of course you do. Everybody does.
And anything that takes my mind off of my own thing, I'm gonna immediately gravitate towards, and once all the problems kind of circle back, it just causes it to crumble.
You want to okay, this is actually going to be an interesting story, and this is going to be something completely juxtaposed to what we're talking about, but it's going to come back. So there was a performance done by an expert pianist, okay? A guy that plays a piano professionally, right? The room was filled with I believe it was 150,000 watchers inside like an opera room, right? And he started playing this piece, right? And he plays symphonies, he plays unique pieces, all this kind of stuff. And he started off his performance. And at one point, he plays an entire sheet of music, right? And then he stops dead silent. He reaches over, grabs a piece of music, flips it over, and then plays it. And it was a very it was a very well-known Bach song. So as soon as he started playing it, everybody recognized it, and the entire audience started laughing and having a good time after his performance. But at that moment, nobody, while he played that entire piece of sheet of music, actually realized that he was playing it wrong. The only person in the world that knew that it was wrong, stuff like that, was the actual player. And this goes tied with a lot of things that you're going to find in life. You're going to be able to judge and have a lot of thoughts going on in your head about, oh, this is wrong, or I'm not good enough, or like something's not perfect, stuff like that. But the people watching, the people that are enjoying your stuff, to them, you're the artist, and they have no idea that it's off or wrong. You are perfect in those moments, no matter what moments those are. Even when you mess up stuff like that, they won't notice because they just enjoy you and they enjoy what you're doing. And as a musician, you probably have experienced that before.
It's like, I don't even know how I want to word this. It's like, I know I'm not the greatest alive, but I know what I can do and I know what I'm able to pull off, and I am still on the side if I'm not either working reptile shows, working on the property I'm working for, or doing streaming.
Then heckin' show us what you can do. Let's do it. You got this shit.
All right, fine. That I can show.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so Jane, we're on the 31st, okay?
Yep.
How often do you pre-plan your streams?
Do I play guitar on my streams?
No, pre-plan. Like, how far in advance do you pre-plan your streams, like announce and stuff like that?
If nobody wants to do anything with me, it's usually within a couple days. I start thinking about what I want to do on this particular day. If somebody messages me in a week in advance, then
pick a day between now and the 14th. So that's a 2-week time period. Pick a day that you're going to do this.
I was just going to go ahead and show off one riff that I was already thinking of.
Well, you know what? Get these people tantalized. You have all these people that are like salivating, wanting to hear this. Don't sate them. Tease them. What day are you going to do this?
I actually have to look on a calendar real quick and figure out like when I'm actually going to be home to do said stuff. And off whatever. It would help if I'm actually in the right app. So between now and the 14th?
Yep. Pick a day.
7th.
All right, guys, you heard it first. Jane is going to be doing a live performance on the 7th. Because they're a fucking badass.
Roughly for probably about 3 hours. From 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Because once it's 12 a.m. midnight...
PST, what time period?
EST.
There we go.
EST.
All right, Jane.
Fighting.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. All right. So, Jane, that got a little bit more intense than I was expecting.
Oh, fuck.
But let's move on to Keelix. Keelix, you're about to get... I'm going to emotionally bully you. Let's go. Let's go, Keelix.